Okay, so there's a couple of things we've got to do. Starting with catching this aberrant mackerel that we've got here. Many-eyed mackerel. An auspicious start for today's recording session. Gill plates dotted with eyeballs. Superfluous but scanning frantically. All eyes see right through you. Cool. So there's a couple of things we have to do. We have to take the photographic equipment back to its owner, the photographer. And while we're at it, while we're here, there's some lumber there, which we need. Let's get to it. Welcome back to Dredge, everyone. You know what I found out when I was looking up info on this? There's a crossover DLC with Dave the Diver. I'd like to try Dave the Diver. I've only seen a very short gameplay video of it. Seems pretty cool. But that's something for the future, I think. I already have other games on my list in the meantime. Let's store this and this. Let's take out the flag. And the trader, the stuff that we can sell to the trader. Let's take it all out. Yeah, that's it. There we go. Ouroboros flag. We can't sell the small scrap of paper. This must be related to some sort of pursuit that we haven't found yet. Okay. Let's head back. Dry dock. We still need 3 bolts of cloth and 2 pieces of lumber. Let's keep an eye out. There's still 1 blue mackerel aberration we haven't found yet. Oh, what's that? Oh, squid. Yeah, we've already got all the squids. Yep. And what's that? Flounder. No, it's the grouper. Oh. Are they still behind me? Jeez, they followed me along. They followed me all the way out here. Crazy. I forgot. Where was the photographer? I want to say... There. Come on. Dodged. Persistent, aren't they? Oh, what's that? Okay, that's on me. Should have seen that guy coming. A slab of rock cuts above the waves. There are 4 large, powerful fish shapes carved into its face. And 4 great fissures running through the rock space. 4 fish. Sharks? Maybe? We'll keep that in mind. What do we have here? Okay, so I think it's one of those 2 islands. Oh, come on. that guy is really, it really does have it out for me. More of those crates. Abyssal fish. Oh, research part. Research part. Oh, hello. You approach a hooded figure. Dirty gold robes obscure all features except for a pair of withered and blackened hands. Fishermen. Deep calls respond. Their voice gurgles with the sound of fluid in their lungs. An answer. The hooded figure holds out a scroll. They tap a shape depicted. It looks like a red snapper. Okay. I don't know. Here. Careful now. I think if we stay close enough to the island, we won't draw out the monsters. Yeah, I know. It's the anglerfish. I'm not falling for that one. Oh. I went all the way around. Black sea bass. Hold on. I think I already have all the black sea bass. Yeah, okay. So I'm just lost now. I have no idea. Where the photographer is. They're not here. I know that. Jeez. Okay, so we need to go and get some repairs done. Doesn't seem like we can dock here. Research part. Let me just see what we've got around here. Broken spectacles. Okay. Research outpost. That's it. We've got all the pots. Generator. An old generator sputters and ticks over. Okay. The laboratory is in ruins, with equipment and research papers strewn about the place. Where do you want to look? Open the cupboards. Core. Inspect the equipment on the table. There are some strange looking prototype parts on the table, but you can't see any use for them right now. On the other side of the table you find a hastily scrawled note. It reads, "Not safe. Expect retaliation imminently. Evacuating to fort." Look around the floor. You look around on the floor. There are cracks in the base of the structure that grow to large gashes as you follow them along to the walls. Something extremely large or powerful created these holes. You slowly reach your arm into one. Oh, whoa, good. Another one. You pluck an item from a gouge in the floor. That's it. Definitely worthwhile coming here. Let's start investing in engines, I think. The twin jet looks pretty cool. Now, is there any place where we can dock here? Let's not go there. Tentacles moving in the deeps. Yeah, I remember that part. Barracuda. Now I have the song stuck in my head. Concertina Barracuda. Its body extends, then collapses together with each gasping breath. Nature dissected into mechanical motion. Weird. Whoa. This place gets really creepy at night. What's here? Okay, this is the vision stone. And what's here? A pile of loose debris. It could be cleared to make a shortcut. Okay. Boom. Done. There's metal here. Oh. Yeah. I thought that was weird, because my panic wasn't high enough. Oh hey! It's the traveling merchant. How coincidentally lucky of us that she happened to be here. I suppose you're going to say you couldn't avoid the rock that appeared out of nowhere. Yeah, I've heard it all before. Let's get you fixed up. Let's put these in storage. Here we go. And let's buy the reinforced crab pot. We'll buy more later when they're available. We have no new parts for it. Too bad. But well, we're here now. Let's take a look around. Lots of fish we can't catch. Let's continue our little tour. We need more research parts. And that, we need that as well. Now we need cloth. What's here? We saw a message about the fort. Researcher. Oh, hello, I wasn't expecting visitors. Who are you? I'm a fisherman. Ah, yes, I thought you had a look, but a fisherman all the way out here? Strange. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you all the same. I've not seen another soul in months. In fact, I could do with your help if you had the time. What do you need help with? I need help collecting samples to study. I was originally posted at the research outpost on the interior of the basin, but it was attacked. We saw that. A large creature emerged from the depths and destroyed the outpost. Now it rests in the center of the basin. The big tentacles in the deeps, we saw that too. I fled here and I've been making do as best I can. But I had to leave most of my equipment behind, so now my research has come to a halt. Take a look at the list of specimens I need. Please drop them off here. You might need to experiment with different fishing strategies to collect all of them. Glowing octopus, aurora jellyfish, firefly squid. The octopus can be catched with the pot. The jellyfish can only be found by trawling. Okay. And we really should drop the pot somewhere. I completely forgot about it. I met a person in gold robes on an island between Gale Cliffs and Stellar Basin. They asked me to catch a fish depicted on an old paper scroll. Okay. Met a researcher in Stellar Basin, set up at the old fort. Need some help collecting samples of fish from the area. My kind of job. She was chased away from a research outpost by an aggressive creature. Presumably, it's living in the depths of the basin. I should be careful around here. Okay. Tell me about yourself. Okay, I don't think there's much to say. I studied biological sciences at Ironhaven College. It was a struggle. There were no other female students in the department that year. Or the year before, or the year before that. It's hard not to feel like an outsider in an environment like that, you know. You probably don't. When I graduated, I managed to land a job at the Northern Biological Research Society. And then, well, I was posted here. By myself. I thought I would relish the peace and quiet, but I miss having company. I've always had someone, or at least a pet. Out here, it's just machines. What sort of creature attacked you? Well, I got the sense that it was attacking the research outpost itself rather than me specifically. I suspect it was disturbed by some of my monitoring equipment. There were dozens of machines running there, all powered by a noisy generator. It was huge, larger than any other marine species I've studied. It attacked with tentacles, so I'd guess at some sort of octopus, or squid, or an anemone. One of my research vessels was moored around the back of the station, so I managed to slip away in that while it was tearing apart the front. There was a lot of valuable data and equipment left there, but I'm not going back. I can't. I won't face it again. Have you noticed anything else unusual since you arrived? Now that you mention it, I've been so preoccupied with the attack and having to rebuild here, I'd almost forgotten. I found these letters from my sister. She'd sent them to me while I was studying. Before before she... The researcher is quiet for a moment and stares off to the side. Anyway, I kept finding them amongst my papers. I don't remember packing them, but I must have. I started finding them more frequently. They turned up in my collection nets, in my sampling tubes. They were letters I'd never seen before, but they were in her writing. They were in her name. They were saying things, talking about things that happened before she died. I can't explain it. It had happened after she died. I can't explain it. That's concerning. Very concerning. Okay, so we're going to have to... Yeah. We're going to have to invest in the net, it would seem, at some point. Messages. We are engaged to be married. He sailed us out to the very center of Stellar Basin to see the lights. We talked for hours, something we have not done in such a long time, waiting and hoping. Sometime past midnight, as we were growing delirious and hysterical from the lack of sleep, the aurora shimmered into the skies above. When I turned to see his reaction, he was already down on one knee. I cannot even remember what he said, or what I said, but I know that I said yes. The ring is beautiful, with a span of jewels going right the way around. I cannot take my eyes off of it. I was not sure whether to write this under yesterday's date or today's, given that it occurred at the conjunction of days, but I feel that the news is significant enough to warrant spanning multiple entries. That's nice. There's another Barracuda aberration. Good. Lumber. We need cloth. Another one of those stones. Nighttime. I have not written in a few days. I have been afflicted with some strange chill which conspires to fog my brain. I cannot seem to keep warm no matter what I do. The ink has run from some lines here, and they are illegible. While most of what they hauled up was junk, they eventually came up with a large wooden casket. A hush came over the crew at such a tantalizing discovery. I remembered the next moments with excruciating clarity. He pried it open easily. The buckling boards cracked and groaned with relief as they splintered apart. Crimson cloth spilled out onto the deck. The crashing waves rose to fill my ears. I hear them still. He stared down into the open casket, then turned to me. In his eyes I saw the void. The page has been torn off here. Ooh. Trouble in Paradise. That's one of the fish we need. firefly squid. Radiant squid. A beacon from the depths below. A glimpse of a new sky. Another one. That's scrap metal, I think. Yeah. No interest. There we go. Shallow water. I think we're safe here. I know we have to avoid those jellyfish. They're not safe. Deep water. Let's be careful. There we go. And we still need the aurora jellyfish and the glowing octopus. Dang. We have an aberration here. I have to try and get it. Hammerhead shark. Wait. No aberration? I thought I had seen... Okay. My mistake. We really need a lot more room. Oh no, go away. Back, you vultures, back! Jeez. At least they didn't need the aberrations. Let's buy this one. We can buy a research part. So we can get the improved crawl net. And we don't have enough money. Okay, sure. Let's make some money then. Barracuda. Dredge. Bunch of stuff we can't catch. Let's go and catch some of those. Red snapper. Hey, the guy wanted one of these. Let's make sure to leave one of them. Let's uninstall the hydraulic rod. By the improved crawl net. There we go. And here's a neat little trick. Fish that you leave in the net won't spoil. But I don't think you can put it. I don't think you can put one back on the net if it's already out. Yeah, okay. So let's go and see the guy who wanted the... Select the troll net ability with E and lower it with nets catch things as you move, but need repairing every so often. Okay. Let's go and give the guy the red snapper. Okay, we're already catching things. Sweet. What's here? Research part. There's a dog barking. Bolt of cloth, bolt of cloth. I hope the guy doesn't mind if the red snapper is stale by the time we get there. Or rotting. You know, something tells me it'll be fine. Depleted. The fish is stale now. Lumber. Aurora jellyfish. Cool. There is a skinny brown dog leaping around the shallows. Occasionally it lunges at the water, snapping at some small silvery fish. Its technique is ineffective. Disembark. You jump off the boat into thigh-high water. The dog stops chasing fish and focuses on you. Throw some fish towards the dog. You throw some scraps into the water near the dog. It pounces at the splash and swallows seawater. Okay. Call for him. The dog wags his tail briefly but doesn't move. Slowly approach. You wade towards the shore. As you get nearer, the dog backs away a little ways. It sits. Okay. He's scared. You make soft, encouraging noises, and the dog cautiously approaches. He stops just out of reach. Hold out some fish in your hand. You hold out some fish scraps in the palm of your hand. The dog approaches slowly, but soon begins licking at them. Pat the dog. You reach out and gently pat the dog. Its eyes follow your hand, and it seems to understand you're not a threat. Okay. You make your way back towards the boat. As you're wading out, you hear the sloshing of 4 legs cutting through the water. You stop and turn around. The dog is standing a few paces behind you. It tilts its head questioningly. Let it follow you. You continue, this time with the dog alongside. Its tail is wagging so hard, it beats the water into a froth behind it. When you get to the boat, you turn around and pull the dog on board. You lift the dog onto the deck. It walks around briefly before curling into a ball looking up at you. Maybe you could find this dog a more permanent home. A stray dog. It's curled up asleep, opening an eye occasionally to watch you move around the boat. Poor boy. So we heard from the whaler in Inkfell how there was an exodus of ships passing through that didn't stop by and didn't talk to them, so they had no idea what was going on. And it seems like they came from the basin, and there's all these abandoned homes, so the implication seems to be that the people who lived there suddenly left, abandoning their homes. And it looks like the dog was left behind. Anchor flag. An orange flag bearing the symbol of an anchor. Cool. Wow, big shape in the water. Is that dangerous? Let's not find out. Something slithers into your cargo hold. Red snapper, infected. That's not good. Will he still take the fish if it's infected? Alright. This isn't the thing we wanted. An answer. The hooded figure holds out the scroll. They rip through the throat of the fish and tear out its heart. It's in their mouth before you have time to process what you saw. Another sacrifice. They point at another shape. This one looks like a fang tooth. Okay, got it. I'll look for it. I wonder, was that the island over there? The one where the photographer was? Let's have a look. Ah, I think this is it. Yeah. There we go.
Oh.
You have the lenses. I do hope they've not been damaged by the seawater. He takes the case from you and inspects each lens carefully. They seem mostly unharmed. Nothing that some careful polishing can't remedy, at least. As promised, you should take my spare camera. The lens is nothing special, but it should allow you to capture some good shots. If you wanted some advice on locating wildlife to photograph, just say the word. Tell me about reptiles. I'm glad you asked. Not many consider reptiles when they think of the ocean. Loggerhead turtles are a common sight in the temperate waters around the Marrows and Gale Cliffs, though they can be hard to spot in the water. When it comes to larger reptiles, they don't get any bigger than saltwater crocodiles. The mangroves of Twisted Strand are the perfect environment for them. There's crocodiles in this game? I didn't know about that. Birds. You'll hear quite a wide variety of bird song from the islands, though I suspect they're all too small to spot from your boat. There's sure to be a few larger species, gulls and ravens loitering around the more active docks looking for morsels of food. The ruins in Devil's Pine host a few breeding pairs of seahawks. You're bound to hear them calling to each other, though they're quite elusive. Mammals. While still relatively scarce, I believe a few cetaceans, that's whales and such, can be found in the deeper waters around here. You might be lucky enough to spot a pod of bottlenose dolphins or killer whales. They're often known to swim alongside boats. As for the larger whales, I've heard humpback sperm whales and even the odd blue whale have been sighted in the area. It doesn't surprise me to hear that their numbers have dwindled, but with Inkfell's whaling endeavors, hopefully their populations will recover in time. I suspect you're more knowledgeable in this particular area than I am. Large fish. There are a few shark species around, most notably the huge whale shark. They tend to prefer the warmer waters around Stellar Basin. They're completely harmless, as I'm sure you know. But do be careful around them. You wouldn't want your propellers causing them any injury. Got it. I spotted a dog near the abandoned resort at Stellar Basin. It looks like a stray. It's bound to be hungry. Look for a more permanent home. Got it. Got the Aurora jellyfish as well. Now I need to catch a fangtooth. And a glowing octopus. Still need one. Now I've got the camera. We can use photo mode. Sweet. What's here? I don't know. Whoa. Oh, I can't go any closer than this. Okay, sure. Now this one's something. I am never going to hurt a whale, ever. If they're the ones keeping those tentacles away from me. Have I already been here? Yeah, I think I've already been here. Okay. Abyssal fish. Parhelion jellyfish. Let's head to the old fortress. Oh. Octopus. Glowing octopus. There we go. Medusa. Jeez. Look at this fucking thing. Yep. I can't carry anymore. 8 snapping mouths crawl over each other at the behest of a silent master. It doesn't even have any eyes. That's the only glowing octopus aberration. This remarkable octopus emits light from its suckers in a swirling, twinkling pattern. Cool. Now, I hope the fucking birds don't show up. Yeah, okay. Hello again, what do you need? This dog needs a home, do you want it? A dog? Oh gosh, let me see. The dog bounds over to the researcher. She crouches down to pet the dog, grinning. The dog licks her chin in response. I could definitely take this one off your hands, and I'd love the company, are you sure? Yeah, take him. Yes, thank you. Oh, we're going to be such good friends. He can be my assistant. Suddenly, the dog stands upright and begins to retch, its stomach heaving. Seconds later, it vomits a wet glob onto the floor. Something glistens through the mucus. Research part? Oh, that's interesting. I suppose that's yours if you want it. Oh. It's just a sapphire ring. Okay, fine. I can clean the rest up. Don't worry about it. Glowing octopus? Oh, the Parhelion jellyfish is an aberration as well. 2 spires of light shine from within its hood. Stinging spiked tentacles trail below. Aurora jellyfish, illuminating the netherworld with a dull glow. With few predators, this species is spreading rapidly. Thank you. Looks like you've caught all of the surface specimens I need. But yes, I do also need some from deeper down. But that's going to be a problem. Yeah, I don't have the equipment to catch anything deeper. Why is that a problem? I developed a device to retrieve samples from the abyssal zone. This was over in the other research outpost before the attack. I have an idea of how to keep the creatures at bay long enough to collect those samples. But while I work on that, I need you to retrieve some prototype parts. Carefully. I suggest you go during the day. I wouldn't want to be out on the reef at night. Is there anything you need? So, what? I need to help the researcher collect all the samples she needs. I need to collect prototype parts the researcher left behind while she fled the old research outpost. Okay. Sure. Spiny lobster. I don't really have the room for more. When threatened, these delicious creatures can rub their long antennae against their body, producing a loud screeching sound. Okay, let's go to the merchant. We really need to sell our catch. Another barracuda. Okay. Maybe it's the one we're missing. Come on. Savage barracuda. Yep, got it. It thrashes about ruinously, jaws snapping and tearing its own flesh apart. Wow. A body sundered by ravenous hatred. Discard 25 fish. Achievement. Neat. Yeah. We're heading in the right direction. I hope with all these fish that we're bringing in, it will be enough to buy the upgrade. Okay. Selling all fish also sells everything on the net. Good to know. We don't have enough money. Drat. Okay. Yeah, we're going to need $800 for that. That's a shame. This thing looks like it's dead. Jeez. Okay, so we're gonna leave it here. There'll be more tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everyone. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.